Hey, how you doing YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about why the NBA should be scared of the Charlotte Hornets. Now, as a lot of y'all probably already know, this is a series that I do for every single team. Not really saying that the Charlotte Hornets are going to be good next year or even going to make the playoffs, but I'm making this type of video for literally every single type of team, why I think they could be good, giving some reasons, and I'm doing the bad teams pretty much last, but I have to start posting these more to actually get the series done. So, I mean, if this video only has 2 reasons why I think they could be good, it's because there's not many reasons why the Charlotte Hornets can be good. But I actually do think they have some good upside, and they will have a bright future. Maybe not the next year, maybe not even the next 2 years, but in probably the next 3 to 4 years, I do think they have a very bright future ahead of them, and I'll be getting into all that in this video. So if you did like me at any point, like button and subscribe button, and without further ado, without me rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, so my first reason for this video is going to be that they finally have a good young core to build around, as they have the players of Miles Bridges and Malik Monk. These 2 players are definitely players that you can build around, and they have both showed that they will be good in this league, and like they just have a lot of potential. And I mean, I do think this will be very big, because despite with how bad they've been and how many lottery picks they've had, they have not been able to hit home on many of them, but I do think they hit home on both of these picks, and now that they have that young core, they're going to really start to build around, and I really just think this is going to be a very, very nice core to have. Let's just look at last year's 11th overall pick, Malik Monk. He showed that he could be a very, very good player as when he's given minutes. In the beginning of the year, for some reason, they refused to give this dude minutes. They were not giving him the minutes he deserved. But in the last 19 games of the season, where he averaged 19 minutes per game, he was able to have an absolute tear, averaging 12 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 2 rebounds per game. Now, that might not jump out to you as a very nice, like a very big thing, but every game that he had over 20 minutes per game, he was able to average over 15 points per game. In all 13 games in the entire season that he had over 20 minutes, in 5 of them, he was able to have a 20-plus game in at least 5 of all 13 20-plus minute games that he had this season. So he showed that if you give him minutes, he can score and be efficient with the basketball and be that player that you need him to be when you actually use him right and give him the minutes. So I do think he's going to have increased minutes this year, which is going to increase his stats, and he's just going to keep getting more and more minutes as he progresses and as he shows that he belongs to be in a starting lineup. But then you also have this year's 12th overall pick in Miles Bridges, and this dude has shown that he is more than ready to be in this league. As in the summer league, I know it's just summer league and you can't look too far into it, he was still able to average 15 points per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 1.5 steals per game, 2 assists per game, and 8 rebounds per game. And I mean, that is not bad at all. I mean, obviously summer league is not everything. You can have a great summer league and be a bad NBA player, but I mean, you always do want to have a good summer league, and with how good of a summer league this dude did have, you can only have big hope. But then even recently, in their last preseason game against the Boston Celtics, he had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. So, I mean, he showed that he is still playing at elite level. Now, obviously, it's preseason and summer league, but, I mean, those are 2 very, very good things to see, that he is still playing well in preseason like he was in summer league. I mean, you're playing legit NBA players in the, not in summer league, but, like, in the preseason. Like, maybe not for very long minutes, maybe they're not playing as intense, but they're still legit starting NBA players you're playing against. So, I mean, that is very nice to see that he is able to at least be somewhat productive while he is playing these NBA level players. And, I mean, with just what they've shown so far, they have both shown that they have star potential, if not superstar potential between them both. Now, I think they have a chance to be a very, very nasty duo. But that's not even getting into my second reason, which is that they finally got help for Kemba Walker. Poor Kemba Walker has been stuck in Charlotte for a while now with almost no help. The best player he had was probably last year Dwight Howard, and besides that, the second best player he's ever played with is Nicholas Batum. Let that sink in. That's not a lot of help for a player. But despite him having a horrible supporting cast around him pretty much ever since he got into the NBA, I mean, just look, he's definitely not the problem that the Hornets have, and they have a very good starting point guard, as he is a 2-time All-Star, and last year was able to average 22 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, and 5.6 assists per game on 43% shooting from the field. So, I mean, he showed he's an elite scorer, an elite point guard, and a top 15 point guard in this league. Very underrated, and he's shown that he can definitely be a franchise player that they need, and he's been the cornerstone of the franchise for a while now, and he was able to carry this team to a 36-46 record, and they're pretty much in playoff contention until the very end. So, I mean, when you look at how bad of a team they actually had, with Dwight Howard probably being the only other bright spot on this team besides Malik Monk at the end, I mean, you have to look at it and be like, Kemba Walker is a great player, and now that you finally got help around him, no telling how good he can actually be. Because look what they have. Now they have players, and they gave him weapons, and weapons is what he definitely needs. As they added Tony Parker. Now, you might be like, Tony Parker's not a weapon. Shut up. No, Tony Parker, he's not going to light you up scoring-wise, but he's still that solid veteran guy that you know what you're going to get out of him. If you give him the ball, you know he's not going to just turn it over. You know he's going to be smart with the ball, either pass it out or take the easy shot and get you around 5 points per game, and that is very valuable, as they really have no one on the roster besides Nicholas Batum of that veteran caliber who you know what you're going to get out of him each and every night. Then Marvin Williams will be getting better as well, as last year he led the team in three-point percentage at 41%. So he showed that he can be an elite three-point shooter, and assuming he got even better, maybe his scoring is going to go up along with his three-point shooting, and it will just still be a very good perimeter player to pass, to have Kemba Walker to pass to and having him as a safety blanket. But then you look at the two young guys that they were able to add in Malik Monk and Miles Bridges, with Malik Monk getting probably more minutes than he did last year. I'd hope so after that 19 things in the Summer League and the preseason. He has shown that he can definitely play at an elite level. I mean, I think that you have to give him more minutes, and which this is going to give another big weapon for Kemba Walker. And then also Miles Bridges, he's going to be able to take the pressure. Because, like, now look at this. Now, Miles Bridges isn't going to be able to get focused on. He's a rookie, so teams aren't going to have no film on him, and they're probably not going to be focusing on Miles Bridges a lot, which is going to free him up to score. But then with Malik Monk being a big weapon on him, and now they have to worry about Malik Monk and Kemba Walker while letting Miles Bridges score. And say Miles Bridges starts getting his, now teams have to worry about Miles Bridges, and it's just, they're all going to complement each other and take pressure off of each other in the offense, which is going to be improving their offense a lot, and they do need to improve their offense. So, I mean, I do think that these are the two main reasons why they could be scary. Now, do I think they're going to be a playoff team? Probably not. Depends how they develop. It depends how their young guys develop. Would I be shocked if they're a playoff team? No, they're in the East. I mean, the 8th to 7th to 6th spot, that's all a throw up in the air at that point. We don't know who's going to get that. But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're a playoff team. They do have a chance, but I do think that they're going to have a bright future with the young core of Malik Monk and Miles Bridges. Now, Kemba Walker's not old, but he's in his prime. He's 28 years old. He's going to turn 29 this year. So, I mean, he's kind of getting to almost the 30s. You know, 30s onwards is when players start to decline. So, I mean, I'm glad that they are able to get him help, and hopefully they're able to get him some more help, and maybe even bring him to a playoff berth, maybe even the second round somehow one day. I just want to see him make the playoffs consistently. I just want to see Kemba Walker either get freed or make the playoffs consistently. That's all I want to see. But unfortunately, guys, look at me for this video. So comment below. Do you agree with me that you think the Charlotte Hornets could be scary? Do you agree with these reasons? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And if you like, maybe point the like button and subscribe button. And now I have to thank y'all after every single video. Y'all have been showing so much support. We're at 900 subscribers. We hit 900 subscribers today, y'all. I mean, I cannot thank y'all enough. That is so many people. Literally only 100 away from 1,000. I set a goal for 300. We started this year at 150 subs. I set a goal for 300 subs. We're at 900. I have beat that goal by 600, and I hope we can keep going this year. Then we're not going to stop until we get to where we want to be. And even when we get there, we're probably not going to stop either. Not probably, we're not going to stop. We're just going to keep crushing through goals, keep crushing through milestones. And I'm so glad that y'all are here to do it with me. And I have to show y'all support every video. I mean, obviously I would not be here without y'all at all. But someone else have to like just praise all the time. God, he's the reason I'm here. I'm spreading his word. He's showing me support. I mean, I'm living the mission that he put me on earth to do, spread his word through his videos, entertain y'all, live my dream. I mean, he's helping me do it all, and I have to give all praise to him, as he's the reason we're all here, the reason I'm here, the reason I can make this. He blessed me with all these opportunities to make these videos for you guys. So I have to get all of that away. I mean, just thank y'all so much for all the support y'all been showing, and I hope you have a blessed day, because I have a blessed day, so y'all need to have a blessed day. See you tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah.